Right, welcome back. Last time we finished off the colonization of the Canadian coastline and grabbed as much territory as we could in Indonesia and the Philippines. Ignore these pretender rebels, they're barely moving at all, and it's very unlikely they'll do much of anything. Apparently Malacca is doing interesting stuff. Yeah. They've also taken this province off of England, as well as forced them to concede Eastern America, so pretty much all that's left to control that region is New Scandinavia. For that, the eastern seaboard would be entirely under my control, although it doesn't really matter all that much since Scandinavia is sending things to the Norwegian Sea anyway. It really wouldn't make much of a difference. There's no real trade competition there, thankfully. I've also managed to pass a few major reforms, specifically going to city charters and noble administration in order to reduce noble gravity and also boost the city productions. Right. I've also started going down economic ideas. Espionage ideas are almost finished as well. The main reason why they're not is because I'm trying to balance between ideas, reforms, and tech. The reforms are especially important because I'm fairly close to the point where I can pass the last of the, well, the reforms needed in order to get enlistment. I just need to wait. I'm also pretty close to getting aristocracy through. That's going to need time. Oh, and the game updated just before the last episode, so I don't actually know what my executive authority is. It's not listed here. I'm not sure where to find it anymore. It could be in here now. Yep, they've shoved it inside the Assess Bureaucracy and Stability tab. Well, that's good to know. I've also, because I don't have very many places to send expeditions now, and since I'm also getting global trade through trade spread, because of course England had to embrace it. Of course. I'm not really interested in pushing expeditions all that much anymore, outside of maybe the Hudson Bay, but that doesn't appear to be on the list, so I'll just continue sending it to the British Isles. I've got a tech level advantage over England, even if it's only 3 levels, so there's a small chance of randomly picking up a province off of them. Slowly eating away at them like that would be hilarious. Okay. Excellent. The tech only costs 443 points, which means I have enough to do both levels of military reform. Excellent. Anyway, swivel cannons, middle tactics plus 0.25, artillery fire plus 0.5, enables leather guns. Given some time in order to allow the conscription to build up in power, that should be enough to easily take on England, especially considering that they're a bit busy dealing with the fact that France, to be more precise, Almanach is trying to get their independence. And they managed to bring in England, Iberia, and Milan into this, so. Right. So, direct the bureaucracy, promote the bureaucrat faction. Excellent. Second there, I was like, oh no, I don't actually have enough. What? No, I have to do these in order. First this. Further reform. Now the button's available. Excellent. The nobles aren't gonna like this. Oh, but they're perfectly but they have very high loyalty, so... More problematic is the stability loss, but I can deal with that fairly easily, for the most part. Doing that and enforce sovereign law total noble loyalty. And I have fairly high loyalty elsewhere, so and I can afford the points cost, which is probably why this one's active and not others. Well, others either have weird requirements or I just don't have enough state reach or influence for it. That or it's institute literacy tests, which for reasons I don't like to click on. Yeah, it's mostly lack of influence, which is fairly interesting. Does mean I need to start working on increasing state reach at some point. Right, enforce sovereign law. And now, yield concessions, ancient liberties, kiss to some unpopular relative, sure. You get the loyalty up fast. Actually, there is one good way to get the loyalty up fast. Since I'm no longer reliant on them for manpower, not nearly as much now that I have enlistment. Huh. The options aren't active. I guess I don't have enough points for that stuff. Oh well. I'm gonna go ahead and burn the rest of the points on ideas. First off, intangible property. To finish off economic ideas. If ownership of physical property begets investment in it, then perhaps the invention itself is an enterprise which one invests in. A novel prospect, but one which might hold the key to a new age. Knowledge output plus 10%, global institution spread plus 10%, and as a finisher bonus, institution embracement cost minus 5%. Espionage. You know what, let's just finish that up with ideas as well. Civilian involvement. Some people don't have to know anything about your plan to help you. Some people need only know who you seek to hurt. Others only need a little coin. Regardless of the reasons, their help is equally invaluable. Elite power from autonomy minus 10%, which is going to be helpful for a sprawling empire. And costs to justify trade conflict minus 20%. Counter-espionage. Only a fool believes their enemies incapable of thinking as they do. It is easy to forget that espionage is a dance between two players. Corruption from elites minus 7.5%, foreign spy detection plus 20%, and as a finisher bonus, rebel support efficiency plus 50%. Anyway. Admittedly, further reforms in military are going to require more military idea groups. Well, completed military idea groups. I'm also in a good position to get aristocracy as soon as I get a bureaucratic advisor. Or more tax reform. More tax reform sounds amazing, to be honest. Anyway. I'm going to wait a few years in order to ensure that manpower gets to the pretty close to the correct level, because it's going to skyrocket with enlistment. Do you want to check institutions real quickly? Ah, okay, so York has it. The institution, anyway, so even if I lose institution spread for a while from the war, I can always just conquer each thing, and from that, obtain more institution spread. I actually have more troops than they do. Right? Yeah. In fact, my standing army is directly larger than theirs. Take north 30. For now, just collect from trade over there. Now I want to humiliate you, just so that I can maximize the amount of power projection I get. I will use blockades to get what I want. Right, okay, that's enough of that. Now, how much can I... what more can I extort? Not that. How about... no. There we go. Okay. I don't even have a naval connection to those provinces. I actually need to send an expedition to East Africa just for maps. Or England almost certainly knows about that stuff. I'll steal the maps off of them. I know better than to try that. I'm not dumb. Their military tech level isn't great, but it's not as far behind as you might think. They're tech level 41, England's 43, I'm at 46. I have 5 extra level, and they do have heavy dependence on cavalry. But I know better than to try that. At least for now. I'm not sure if I'm still recruiting. I probably am. Not much at all. Okay. So recruitment has reduced. So I am at about the limits of my manpower. Okay. For the time being. What was the war goal even? Padang. And over here? Yes. How the heck am I supposed to siege that down? Jungle Hills, yeah. And I got myself stacked. Great. Could you perhaps focus on the war goal? Right, this is a good point to stop. But first things first, I'm going to need to check some numbers. I definitely want to push through tax reform. The money from the tax system has become a bit inconsistent. And ensuring everything works as it's supposed to would be best. From the looks of it, yeah, it should be possible with the amount of admin points that I have. And I guess I can finish off quality ideas. Comprehensive training. The soldiers must be drilled in every aspect of warfare. They must be complete. Actually, I pick quality ideas every game, so I'll just siege ability plus 10%. Specialized officers. Artillery combat ability plus 7.5%. Finisher bonus. Yearly army professionalism plus 0.7%. There. Nothing new unlocked because it would have to be aristocratic, which. Ugh. No. Yeah, a lot of these reforms won't work. I mean, I could institute civil examinations if I upgrade my capital infrastructure to 3, but not right now. Okay, promote the bureaucratic faction. And then I can pass reforms. First, I want to grab technology, so I can burn the points without that penalty. Royal absolutism. Stability cost and roll minus 1%. Fractional banking. Advanced Castle Spelly unlock. Trade efficiency plus 2%. Enables the frigate built ship. Depot system. Okay, morale damage taken by reserves minus 5%. Military tactics plus 0.25. Artillery value plus 2. Well, artillery fire plus 2. This is the point at which artillery becomes a vital to the success of any military. I don't have enough force limit for much, but I can add 5 artillery to my army. To my main army, so. Let's also grab permanent navy before taking anything else. Naval force limit plus 5%, naval engagement width plus 5%, naval morale plus 0.5, trade range plus 80. Enables the Palakaksebec. Right, let's go through with the reforms. Well, I do kind of want to do this. I think it's more important to get the initial tax reform through. Then I can focus on... maybe not. Stability would absolutely hate this. But sure, why not? Weakening them is always a positive. Imperialism against all countries. Yeah, sure, why not? I've got stability, I've got legitimacy. Huh? Drat, I broke it. I'm gonna go ahead and just, load the autosave and let everything happen again. I'll skip to when I've done everything. Because I accidentally broke it a bit. Oops. Okay, we're back. Everything's back to the way it's supposed to be. Right. Further reforms. I actually don't know if I get more money from direct or indirect. Land tax, property tax, channels. Yeah, I think I have more money in direct taxation. Although it depends on what is considered direct, what is considered indirect. Oh, that's useful. I can just hover over and it tells me everything. Huh, that's useful. Oh, there is the timber excise. Brought in 27. Land tax actually. Yeah, okay. Hmm. Yeah, I think the direct taxation would be better to make more efficient. Since I burn more points on it. Obviously it has to be more effective, right? Probably. Right, enact reforms. Great success. Aristocrat consort. Disown a popular relative. Yield concessions to ancient liberties. Arrange a strategic marriage. There. There's probably going to be a lot of power changes, which might mean that their power might actually increase for a while. But not to worry, that's all part of the plan. Right. So I went to war with England. Got them to concede the one province they had in the colonial Caribbean. Yay. And also grabbed the rest of northern England plus these two provinces. I've also reached the significant rank in international importance by having over 750 dev. It's now 872. That gave me cultural union, so Scottish and Irish became automatically embraced without the need for a promoted culture slot, so I promoted Welsh and Southern English. I've also been able to upgrade regional garrisons because beyond the reforms that I just did, I also upgraded to enlistment and hybrid military. Haven't done any minor reforms though, outside of actually increasing... Well, no, actually I didn't do that. Right, I didn't have the points for that, so I didn't bother doing it. At least it didn't look like I had the points. But I did plan on ignoring their service obligations because I was barely taking manpower off of them after getting conscription passed. I am spending 2.186 mil power on aristocrat levies, so... Okay, so I'm still getting some of their levies, but not quite that much. Still, they are making realm expenses quite high. Professional military, but quality costs money, that's for sure. Right, that's the thing I forgot to do. Okay. I'll probably disband some... Let's go disband 5 of the infantry. There. 24 stack. More than England has. Yes, as part of the previous peace deal, I also humiliated them, so... in order to get a high power projection. I'm able to afford the points to get all the idea groups, and most of the tech. I have embraced global trade, so... Yep. It is continuing to spread throughout the world, although oddly enough Russia has a fairly good spread of it. Don't ask me why they haven't. I don't know. And academia is spreading this throughout Europe. Nationalism, I will be ready for it. I will definitely be ready for it. Mostly. Problem is that centralism still hasn't spread to all of my provinces, and as a result, neither has commercialization, and casual literacy is even further behind. Which will make it so that nationalism, once it finally arrives, is going to take a little bit longer. Although Admin 52 is 50 years away, so... I've got time. But now that I've got aristocracy, I can end also conscription. I can definitely start to allow the tribes to just die off through the slow decay brought about by bureaucracy ideas. I haven't interacted with them once this session, so yeah, they'll slowly disappear. Although I could force it to go faster. Oh, and I haven't interacted with the other ones. Probably should. Promote support commerce. Yeah, probably not. I can perform a show of devotion, though. I have the points for that. Lavishly endow the church. Sure, take my money. Right. Expand our authority. But also reduce tributes. Right. That should be good. That's that. When it comes to expeditions, I have continuously tried to get England. Then one time I accidentally clicked Northern Europe. Surprise, surprise! I got this province, which I immediately sold back to them for 70 ducats. Colonization continues slowly with colonists, but I've also started sending my expeditions to California because, well, why not? At this point, I've gotten tired of waiting, trying there, so somewhere else. Woo. I believe, yeah, Alaska's part of colonial California. There was also a war with Majapahit that was a bit difficult, but I got through it. But not without getting stock wiped. Of course, those were troops that I built over there specifically, and I was dealing with the limited force limit. So, yeah, oh well. It wasn't a big deal. Anyway, I have definitely gone on long enough. I'll see you again next time. Until then.